delegates, my students and friends, ladies and gentlemen. This seminar hall, as you rightly said, unless you, I won't use the word revisit. It only is a hint that you need to revisit the seminar hall to locate it straight. So the first timer always finds it difficult. When I came here in 2007, there was this is the only seminar hall which was used by all, and there was the convention center. But now I think there are about 5 to 6 of these, and another a dozen are coming up, besides a huge convention center with 2,500 capacity, the international convention that's coming up very soon. So you will have all the more difficulties ahead of you to reach, unless I think we make a tree, a sign tree, to indicate which route leads to which. Otherwise, everybody will land up with apropos, then you end up with a canteen rather than a seminar. Well, the seminar is, of course, according to me, I'm very happy that I'm here today because I was to go to Pune to attend the board meeting of the Inter-University Center on Astrophysics. Then fortunately, I had to cancel that because of too much of work which is the forthcoming convocation. So I'm very happy that I stayed back because I could attend this seminar and I could listen to 2 scholars, Dr. Manoj Das and, of course, in a brief way, Dr. Prema Nandakumar. I'm sure a lot of scholars who have studied Sri Aurobindo are here to deliberate on his works, and the topic of the theme is really very appropriately chosen to reread. I think the relevance of rereading or revisiting the thoughts of philosophers and great people like Sri Aurobindo are all the more relevant in the 21st century, which I have been saying more often, that the 21st century has been witnessing the onslaught of what was contained in the story given by Dr. Das, the greed for wealth, attempt and shortcut to success, reach the goal at the expense of others, walk over somebody's head to reach the tower which you want to reach, is almost become a part of life and part of traditions. It has been accepted in certain people, in particular the younger generation, that that's the way. And probably some people argue that that's the right way. The values have been very fast degenerating. You can find the difference between the generation of Dr. Das and probably Dr. Murli and his children and grandchildren. The distance, the gap, the generation gap will be so large that the great-grandpa sitting is just, I think, that's the word in English, he is just stunned at the argument which his grandchildren will make on any topic or at any issue you take. It's very difficult to even convince them. It is completely fossilized. It will be completely frozen. And I felt it as just as a grandfather. I don't know what will happen if you become a great-grandfather. So the relevance of revisiting the teachings and thoughts of great people like Sri Aurobindo or even Swami Vivekananda's, his teachings and works are so relevant today, and a debate on that in a place like a university is all the more relevant. Although in a university we see an assortment of deliberations. One day we discuss on microfinance, the second day we discuss on the impact of media, the third day we discuss on international tourism, then we discuss on the nuclear reactions, then we discuss on the nanotechnology, green energy technology, and then we also discuss on thoughts of Aurobindo or any other great thinker. Now this is university. So university is a place, that's the only platform where you have all the freedom to deliberate and discuss and dissipate the knowledge gained by great scholars. I don't think many of them must have not been very often visiting the university. This is one occasion where you try to bring them and blend them with the atmosphere of the university so that the younger generation gains more from their works, more from their teaching. It's very important. One of the concerns I always have is the isolation, a self-imposed shell, which most of us, the so-called scholars in the university, are not really scholars. We are only getting some money, getting some knowledge and delivering it here. It's a trade. You read a book, you deliver in the classroom. Now that's not what is expected. What is expected in a university is an original thought. What's expected in university is a real creativity, a generation of knowledge. All these things happen only if there is a blend and an interaction which is free from all biases, color, creed, where from he comes. There may be somebody who never has a degree or a doctorate or anything, but he may be a great scholar. He must have been reading all through his life the works of somebody. If we are not in a position to identify such a scholar and bring him into the university, ask him to speak, I think we have failed. If we go on the degrees of PMSc, PhD, DSc and all sorts of fellowships, academies, that's not all, everything is knowledge. Creativity doesn't only come from there. We need to recognize this kind of a convergence. A convergence is actually the demand of the time. This is the demand of the time where you just don't go on a practical science alone. You need philosophy, you need social sciences, you need humanities, you need mysticism, understanding of mysticism, you need some noble thoughts to come. That's how the society is made, and the only place where these things can happen is a university which makes universal learning a process. Sri Aurobindo School was a school which was incorporated into the act of this university. Unfortunately, till today, it is non-functional. The School of Tamil was also imbibed into the act of the university. The School of Tamil, till date, did not have its own building. Now, we have, amongst the several expansions, a 300% expansion which we have given to the university past 3 years, which has made it the fastest growing university of the country. We have established a School of Tamil with an independent, very luxurious building which they are going to occupy very soon. The only school which is not operational today is the Sri Aurobindo School of Eastern and Western thoughts. I have decided that this year I shall activate that. The school shall be activated with the appointment. The main thing is a dean. We shall immediately take steps to appoint a dean, maybe drawing from any of the other disciplines, maybe philosophy, maybe literature. We will have a person who is dedicated, at least around him pivots the study of Sri Aurobindo, and we shall now activate this school also. You know, there are only 9 schools in this university. Today there are 15 schools, 14 schools, and if you add Aurobindo school, it becomes 15 schools. So this is an addition of almost 7 schools in 3 years we have started. In fact, we have made a new school called School of Green Energy Technologies. We have made a new school called School of Media and Communication. So we are rationalizing things, and I promise to all the scholars of Aurobindians who are here that a school shall be established very soon. The second thing I would like to tell is that if the ashram could, maybe we'll also work for it, we'll all work for it, could sponsor a chair. Let's mobilize and let's develop and fund. Let's institute a chair for Aurobindo studies, where scholars from all over the world in turn could come and spend maybe a couple of months, or maybe a year, maybe 2 years. Now that is another thing we will take up. I need to, actually that needs a little money there for sponsoring a chair. That is what we need to work on, and all of you need to work on. The third I would like to propose is that if you want to promote, you see the knowledge which is acquired. I have seen, I was just going through some materials, say about 35, I think it's 35 volumes which have come, not 30. Is it 30 or 35? Yeah, that's 35, it's 35 volumes. And I can see that, you know, it varies from, it's not just Savitri, it is not, it's on poetry, it's on mysticism, it is on economics, it's sociology, it's umpteen topics, translation. Now, so much of wealth of knowledge, and there are, I'm sure, there are people who are also interested, the youngsters who are interested to understand. There are many people who come all the way across the country. This is a central university. 75% of our students are from outside. They would certainly would like to know something. Now, we shall not try to venture into a postgraduate course. You see, we should be a little practical. If you start a course which there are no takers, because a full-fledged course means a huge faculty to be appointed, and the university's, UGC's approval. Many things are involved. But if you all agree, if the ashram comes forward, the scholars here come forward, if you can all make a frame, a syllabus for a diploma, a postgraduate diploma in Aurobindo studies, to be conducted in the evening, 2 hours in the evening, because this university has set another record by starting evening programs. We have already started 22 diploma programs and 6 language certificate programs which are going on already in this campus. Now one more can be added. Then those of the students of social science or philosophy or even sciences or technology who are interested in the studies relating to Aurobindo, they can take this diploma in the evening. And then who are the faculty? The faculty will be all of you or one of you or 2 of you or 3 of you. So because the resources are here, the brain is here, the study is here, the focus is here, the ashram is here. So I think running a diploma in the evening, 2 hours, 4 or 5 of you can, who frame the syllabus, can, if you can kindly come here, and of course it will be decently compensated with whatever, but we are doing it with a mission, not for money. So, but certainly there will not be a free work, but it will definitely be compensated work. But if you take this initiative, then we shall also start a diploma program in Pondicherry University in Aurobindo Studies to start with. Let's see how.